On a quiet Arctic night, the stars shine like diamonds, scattered over the snow-covered land. The moonlight bathes the earth, and the entire Arctic is peaceful and serene. On a cold Arctic night, little snowy owl Lena stands on a tall, snow-covered pine tree. The sky is full of stars, and the moonlight shines on the snowy ground, making the Arctic peaceful and beautiful. Lena spreads her wings and takes off from the branch. She loves the quiet of the night, the cold air, and the twinkling stars, which make her feel free. Lena flies over a vast snowy field and sees her good friend, Snowy the Arctic fox, curled up in a snowdrift like a warm ball of white fur. Snowy is already peacefully asleep, breathing softly. Next, Lena flies towards the coast and sees little seal pup Lox lying in the snowy ground near the glacier, his fluffy body glimmering in the moonlight. Lox is dreaming sweetly, playing with his friends in his dreams. Lena flies higher, soaring over towering glaciers. The glacier shines like a blue gem under the moonlight, exuding a peaceful and majestic presence. The night feels extra calm and serene. Suddenly, bright northern lights appear in the sky, with green ribbons of light dancing across the sky. Lyna pauses, quietly admiring the natural light show, feeling warmth and peace in her heart. Lena flies into a valley and suddenly sees a massive frozen waterfall. In the cold winter, the water has frozen solid, forming tall ice pillars like a natural crystal castle. A few Arctic squirrels nearby in the pine forest have already fallen asleep, nestled in soft leaves and moss in their warm nests. Lena flies over the frozen Arctic coast and sees several Arctic seabirds resting inside an ice cave. They found shelter from the cold winds, and their feathers reflect the faint light in the cave, creating a peaceful atmosphere. Lena flies over vast, snowy plains, where everything is peaceful. The only sound is the gentle flutter of her wings through the night sky. In the distance, the snow-covered mountains stand tall and majestic under the starlight. Lena flies towards a hillside and sees a polar bear mother and her cub hiding in a snow den. The little cub has already fallen asleep, curled up in his mother's arms, while the mother gently holds him with her large paws, guarding his dreams. Lena looks up at the sky, and the twinkling stars seem to wink at her. She feels like one of the stars, soaring freely in the night sky. In a snow-covered pine forest, the branches are heavy with thick snow. Lena quietly flies over the snowy pines feeling the entire Arctic forest fall into a peaceful sleep. Lena flies into a forest of ice pillars, which glisten under the moonlight, looking like a crystal forest on the Arctic land. This forest is quiet and beautiful, as if time has stopped here. Lena sees a few of her snowy owl friends resting quietly on branches nearby. Their feathers blend in with the snow, like nighttime guardians, protecting the peacefulness of the Arctic. Lena flies towards the coast and sees a group of walruses resting inside an ice cave. Their large bodies make the ice cave feel even warmer, and the walruses' low snores sound content and peaceful. Lena flies over a pine forest and spots an Arctic squirrel resting inside its tree nest. The squirrel covers itself with its thick tail like a cozy blanket, protecting itself from the cold night. Lena flies over a snowy field and sees a few young muskox calves huddled together, fast asleep. Their thick fur provides them with warmth in the cold night, and their steady breathing adds to the peacefulness of the night. Not far away, a pack of Arctic wolves huddle together, fast asleep. Their bodies are pressed close to keep warm. As Lyna flies by, she hears their soft, sleepy murmurs. Lena continues her flight and sees a little Arctic hare named Anna rolling in the snow. Despite the cold Arctic night, Anna is having fun, and soon she hops back into her burrow, curling up for sleep. A faint dawn begins to rise on the horizon, marking the end of the Arctic night. Lena feels a touch of sleepiness and knows it's time to return to her home. Lena gently flies back to her tree nest, perching on her familiar branch. She softly closes her eyes, as if still hearing the soft song of the northern lights. She drifts into a sweet dream, where she continues to fly freely through the Arctic sky. Good night, Lena. Good night, little one.